What's up, guys? K.357 coming to you here. Today is 17th of April, so we're getting closer and closer to our drawing for the Mossberg 590 magazine-fed shotgun that we're giving away. How do you get a chance to win that? Just $1. $1 gets you a chance to win that gun, and I can't get my mind on it, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Listen. Y'all, most of y'all that know me, you've heard me talk here on my YouTube channel. Of course, I load this up to my Facebook page too. Because of my time in law enforcement, I'm, partial to Glocks and Sigs, because that's all I shot was Glocks and Sigs. Shot a Sig P229 at one agency. I've shot Glock 17, I beg your pardon, Glock 21 and Glock 22. Started out with a Glock 22 with the Sheriff's Office in Chatham. Of course, that's full-size Glock and 40 cal. But guys, and don't get me wrong, this is a very expensive gun, and it darn well ought to perform. But this is probably going to be my new carry gun. And of course, if you look a little bit closer, you can see it's of the Legion. The Sig P229 Legion is probably going to be my carry gun all the time now. Expensive, yes it is, and of course I've always been a big fan of Sigs, but this gun is incredible. Probably more importantly, my favorite thing by far with this gun is the trigger. It's got that SRT trigger, which stands for short reset trigger, and it's a very short reset, but other than that, it's just the smoothest factory trigger that I have ever run on a gun. Just a little bit about this gun real quick. So you got front cocking serrations, rear cocking serrations. You've got a rail, of course, for a light laser, whatever. You got the G10 grips, which I really like. So when you got this gun in your hand, it feels like it's planted in your hand. You got checkering on the back strap, checkering on the front strap. This is just an incredible gun. It comes with what Sig calls their X-ray night sights. So you got the 2 dots back here, but then this green sight in the front, which is tritium, glows at night. It just really stands out like nobody's business, which, as far as from shooting standpoint goes, that's, you're looking at 3 things. You're looking at the target, you're looking at the rear sights and the front sights. Of course, your front sight should be crystal clear. Excuse me. Lordy. Sorry about that, but I'm not going to start this video over. I got too many other things to get done this morning. But anyway, my favorite thing, of course, on this gun is the trigger. So I'm I'm real accurate with my Glock 17, and I actually got a Suarez trigger in that gun. So I've got a different trigger in the gun. Shoot really nice tight group. I was shooting this gun, so I shot my target, put a hole in it, kept shooting it some more, and I'm not trying to brag on myself, so let's just brag on the gun then. Basically, I was shooting a bullet through the other bullet hole. So the point of that is it just increased accuracy even more. And obviously, I did some private instruction with a student yesterday, and I always say that there's no science to good shooting. Assuming you understand aim, sight alignment, sight picture, and all that, it's just about holding the gun still and proper trigger manipulation. In other words, not jerking or slapping the trigger, because if you jerk, it's kind of funny when I do my classes sometimes, students say, well, I was aiming right dead center of the target for some reason other than my round went over there. Well, it's called when they jerk or slap the trigger, they move the front sights, and of course, wherever those bullet holes are in your target, that is because that is the last place the front sight was, like it or not. That's the last place the front sight was. So, and you're not going to be able to hold the gun perfectly still. Only a vice can do that. If you can, come see me, because I'd like to demonstrate it. But you're going to have just a little bit of wobble effect, but not enough to make any real difference really when it comes to shooting a nice tight group or keyholing rounds. Man, I'm so excited about this gun. Not cheap though. I mean, this gun, I can say this gun retails, suggested retail now, which you'll find in places like Cabela's and Bass Pro and all that, right at $1,400. Now you do get 3 magazines, you get the Sig gun case, and you get a very nice presentation case, which also has a challenge coin in there. I mean, it's very nice. And there's a lot of other accessories that are available to this gun from Sig that are especially for the Legion. This is sort of like for Sig, the Illuminati of the guns for Sig, okay? Maybe that's kind of going a little too far, but I'm serious. I can sell you this gun for $1,189. I'd be shocked if you didn't just think this gun was the bomb, okay? I do. You know, I'm not easily impressed, but I am extremely impressed with this gun. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the best factory gun by far that I have ever fired and put in my hand. And like I said, the trigger, for me, opinion, is the heart and soul of the gun, whether it's a trigger on a pistol, a trigger on an AR-15, or what have you, bolt-action rifle. Assuming if you hold the gun still, all the rest is trigger. All the rest is trigger. So you just would have to shoot this gun's all I can tell you. If you get a chance to shoot one, I believe you'll agree with me. But you come in here, normally, you know, that Glock 17's on my side. And I still like my Glock 17. I got KDON 357 etched in the slide and all that. But folks, this is the bomb right here now. The Legion, the 229 Legion. Great for carry, great for concealed carry, open carry, what have you. It's just a good gun all around. So that's my opinion on this gun. But the trigger is, I can't say enough about the trigger. I just can't say enough about the trigger. It's incredible. It's the best trigger by far, factory trigger that I have ever run on a gun. And once again, folks, this is my opinion, because you may say, I hate SIGs. You know, SIGs are crap. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm going to be honest with you. I just made a little spontaneous statement after I shot this gun. I said, all other guns are crap except for this gun. Everything else is junk. I don't really mean that, because last thing I want to do is offend you that carry Springfield, offend you that carry Smith Wesson, Glock, or whatever. All those guns are great guns, but this is the cut above, maybe the Rolls Royce of handguns. And once again, I'm talking factory. Some of you out there probably own some STIs, which are incredibly expensive, 3 times more than this gun. That's right, we're knocking on the door with $2,500 to $3,000. I've shot a STI, and they are incredible. They're incredible, but they're race guns, okay? They're not really designed for concealed carry. You know, they're built on a 1911 platform, but I'm gonna tell you what now, until I shot this gun, that STI that I shot last year was the best filling gun, the best shooting gun that I've ever shot in my life. Once again, $3 grand, it ought to be. It ought to be. Okay, you expect great things from a gun that costs that much, but if you want to drop it down, still not cheap, at $1,189, what I can sell you this gun for. I can get them all day long. But this is it. This is my new baby right here. I'm telling you, it's awesome. Also, all steel gun. Double action, single action, so I like that. This makes a great gun for police departments and whatnot. Like I say, one department I carried a Sig P229. That was a very accurate gun as well. Very accurate gun. And you know, it's kind of funny, because when we talk about accurate guns, you know, somebody say, yeah, man, that's the most accurate gun I shot. Well, I'm gonna say a lot of it is a trigger, because listen, if you can't shoot, if you're not a good shooter, I could put this gun in your hand, you're probably still not going to shoot very well, because there's some things that you're doing wrong, okay? And if you do those things wrong, a gun like this is not going to make up for poor shooting fundamentals. If you're jerking or slapping the trigger, you're not going to keyhole a target round after round with this gun if you are jerking or slapping the trigger. I mean, I'm convinced by far, I've taught over 15,000 students, I'm convinced by far that that's the biggest single error that I see on a firing range, is poor manipulation of the trigger. Too fast on the trigger, because you're not holding the gun still, but too fast on the trigger, jerking the trigger, slapping the trigger, instead of a nice slow press of the trigger, starting first gear, finishing first gear. So slow is fast. You learn the correct way to shoot, and then slow, and eventually the speed will come with it. I promise you, the speed will come with it. Man, when I was shooting this gun, man, it was like a horse off to the races. I wanted to keep shooting faster and faster and faster. Good follow-up shots. Man, let me just hush about it, okay? But an awesome gun, not cheap. $1,189 is what I can sell you one for. But hey, you go take a ride to Bass Pro and see what a Legion costs. Go to Bass Pro, go to Cabela's, and see what a Legion costs. Okay, you're gonna be close to $1,400 for this gun. I'd even say it's worth that, you know. But I can get you one for $1,189. I could talk about a lot of other things, but I just couldn't. I just had to share my experience with you. And yes, I promise you, because you folks have asked about it, now that the weather's broke, we are going to be doing some videos on the range and so forth as well. I've never done any range videos. It's just all been from inside this store, but I'm no different than you. I watch YouTube videos, and I like to watch range videos and things like that. They're actually out there shooting these guns and talking to you about the gun, showing you the results of the gun, and things like that. I enjoy that. I'm sure you do too, so we want to provide the same thing. So obviously, you know, if I don't have one of these in the case, I'll certainly unload mine, and you can see it and hold it and touch it and drool over it and things like that. My guys were looking at me when I was talking about this gun yesterday, and they're like, man, I've never just quite seen you act over a gun like you are this one. That's just how impressed I was about this gun. And it is amazing, because I do get some customers in here say, I don't like SIGs. So I'm thinking, you know, have you really tried these guns, or have you ever even owned a SIG? Or are you going off what you've heard, which I don't. Well, I have to admit that SIG 365 had some callbacks, but this is a classic. This 229 has been around forever. The Secret Service and the CIA still carry this gun, except chambered in one of my favorite calibers, 357 SIG, and I've got one of those, a SIG 229. But this Legion, it's the bomb, man. The Legion it's it. All right, so our next concealed carry class is this coming Saturday. Normally we wouldn't schedule a class on Easter weekend, but we always do classes pretty much on the 1st and 3rd. So 1st and 3rd Saturday of every month. So it is what it is. We have actually got quite a few sign-ups. So we're obviously still doing that class, $49. If you don't have a handgun, you need a handgun, we just charge you $20 for a Smith & Wesson Victory target pistol. We also furnish you the ammo, 30 rounds of ammo that you're going to fire at that target, okay? So hope to see you Saturday. You can sign up in the store, or you can sign up on our website at CarolinaFirearmstraining.com, or you can come by and see us at 1606 Westover Drive, Sanford, NC 27330. The road Westover Drive parallels US 1 South in the southbound lane here. So we're easy to find. If you come by our store, you just look at the top and you'll see a banner that says Gun Shop on top of the building. So we're easy to find. And our phone number is area code 919-708-5475. And the best way to reach me is Kevin@CarolinaFirearmstraining.com. All right, so till I see you next time, stay armed and stay safe. Sig 229 Legion, the bomb.